so check the feed.
Are you on?
All right, yep, we good. All right, shalom, shalom. All right, before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakodash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. A peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity. To you, we say shalom. All right, brothers from Great Millstone, North Carolina, Charlotte, Raleigh connection. And pretty much, we want to go into, as you see the title, Esau's downfall, man. All right, from shekels to shackles to ashes. All right, this devil, all right, he's going on a downward spiral because the Most High has it set up for this man to lose, man. All right. Contrary to what he thinks in his vain imagination, he's not going to rule. He's not going to stay in power forever, man. All right. And we are literally witnessing the fall of this man. All right. So we're just going to go into that and detail it through the scriptures on how this man is going to be taken down.
Yep. Ready for that?
Yep.
This is Psalms 37, verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree.
Right, because this devil has pretty much spread his influence throughout the whole world. He has put the whole world under his subjection, and he has pretty much, put himself up to where he rules over everybody, man. All right, all these different countries are subjugated under him through that Federal Reserve System. All right, and we're ultimately about to see that, fully take off when he implements this, CBDC, which is going to further bring in that beast system. All right, to make everybody, subjects unto him, man. All right, because he wants to put the whole world in perpetual slavery. So we're witnessing this man, ascend up to what he believes is godhood, man. Okay, go ahead.
It reads on. Verse 36. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found.
Right, because the future judgment that's going to take place with Esau, man, is that once he's taken out of power, this man is destined for perpetual slavery for 1,000 years under the Israelites. And then after that 1,000-year period is taking place, when the kingdom of heaven is fully built up, all right, this devil is going to be put in a pit and burned away. He's going to be the first nation to be fully taken off the earth, man. So it's going to be a point in time to where it's not going to be any Edomites to see on the earth, man. All right, it's going to be a fairy tale to hear about a so-called white man walking the earth, man. Okay.
Yep. I got that. I got something on that on Obadiah. If whenever you want it.
Go ahead.
Okay, kind of. This is Obadiah, verse 18. Straight to the point. It reads, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it."
You can speak on it.
God, that's simple and straight to the point, man. It said, "For the Lord hath spoken it," man. This is not something that's happened already. This is a future prophecy, man. And like it read, it said, the house of Jacob and the house of Joseph, Israel's gonna be united, man. This is talking about in the kingdom, man. Right? And what? The house of Esau for stubble, man. Right? These Edomites are never gonna, like the brother was saying through the spirit, these Edomites are never gonna be seen again, man. Right? As a nation of people. The Lord is gonna have them wiped out. That's up the Lord, that's up the Bible, man.
That's right. Because at the end of the day, with this man having control over the world, man, this man owns the money. All right, he controls the laws. He controls everything, man. The Ish people, when you had Kanye or Ye speak about how the Ish people own everything. All right, they try to deny that, but we all know that this man He has
Mm-hmm.
power to and influence over everybody. So he controls on what is said and on what is not said, what not can be said. You know what is okay and what's not okay, man. All right, and that's because, as it tells you in Job 9:24, that the earth
Yep.
was given into the hand of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who, where, who is he, man? Roughly
Yep.
paraphrasing.
I
Because,
got it.
go ahead, bro.
Got it. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. And we know that the world is in the control of the wicked. And by process of elimination, we know that the wicked is you so-called white people, the Edomites. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Japhet. All right. He's not the Arabs. It's the so-called white man who's Esau, because end time prophecy let us know that the Edomites are going to be ruling in the last days. And because what's a further indicator to let us know that this is talking about the so-called white man being Esau Edom, because it said that he covered the faces of the judges thereof. All right. Who was the one calling himself, the Most High? Who's the one that said that his son looks like him? Who's the one that said that the holy people of the book are so-called white people? All right, that's the devil, man. All right, Esau, which that word devil means deceiver, diablos, man. All right, he's deceived the world into thinking that he is the Most High. He's a chosen people of the Most High, man. But he's a liar. All right, and that's only been it's only been able to been allowed to be happen because he's the one in the rulership seat, man. He controls everything, man. All right, you got something?
Just real quick, just
Mm-hmm.
basing it right off what you're saying. If brothers can see it, cover the face of the judge thereof. All you gotta do is type in Abraham, type up any man of the scriptures, and what comes up? A so-called white man.
That's
Let
right.
me pull something up. Go down to who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? Type of man. I ain't typing nothing in. I ain't scroll. First people that pop up are so-called white people, doggy, stringy hair, pale, translucent people. You know what I'm saying? But if
Right.
you go by the scriptures, if you go with what the scripture says, it's evident what these people look like in the scriptures. But why when we type this in, ain't no so-called Chinese Jesus, ain't no so-called all these other nations of representations of who the word ignorant calls Jesus. But what when you type it in your regular Google, it comes up as a so-called white man. That's how we know who we dealing with in this time. It's not hard. It's right here in our faces.
That's right. I got something to add to that real quick. This is First
Mm-hmm.
Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. It says, "And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images." All right, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what Esau has done, specifically during the time of the Renaissance. Which that word Renaissance means the rebirth, because
Mm-hmm.
during the early 1400s, all right, that was the time when Esau Edom came back into power, and during that period, he went around and whitewashing all the biblical icons, man. All right, the judges, all right,
Mm-hmm.
and so this is why you had the pretty much all the images of our Lord, Yahushua and Yahweh. All right, the images like you said of Abraham, of King David, Solomon, all the people in the book. All right, they painted them to be so-called white people. All right, which shows you that that's an that influential thing that they've done, because that psychologically makes everybody look at them like they're, above everybody, man. Because if everybody looks like the so-called white man, that's a form of a psychological power over the people, man. Which shows you who's in the rulership seat, because nobody else had the power and influence to do that, man. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got to what you done on that one?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, just a quick definition. Um, iconoclasm, right?
Yep.
The action of attacking it's like it. The action of attacking or assertively rejecting cherished beliefs and institutions or established values and practices.
Mm,
Whose values, whose practices, right? The practices of the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, which today we know to be you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who attacked, who was assertive, who made sure there was no stone unturned when it came to wiping who the true people were. Esau, even the so-called white man, and it's evident. Like the brother, everything the brother just went into, iconoclasm. That's what iconoclasm is over there. Like the brother said in the Renaissance period, right before that, right in the Dark Ages, who you think was ruling, man?
exactly.
Jake. Right, exactly right. They had the icons and things and such like that, and they went all out of their way to attack the true image of the people of the Lord, man. And
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Yeah, because during that period, they were able once the Jakes that were ruling during the Dark Ages were beginning to be took down. Esau was
Mm-hmm.
going, through Jake's different empires and ransacking and stealing, the different treasures that we had, man. And that was the beginning of them to be taking all the wealth from us, man. All right,
Mm-hmm.
taking all our history from us, man. Taking our riches, because when you go into the Vatican, all right, the Vatican is home to majority of our old riches, man. All right, during the time of Constantine, all throughout, Dark Ages, all that history
Mm-hmm.
is hidden in the Vatican, man. You know, because these devils were able to fool the world into thinking that they were the true people of the Lord, man. All right, doing these different identities, man. The Ottoman Turks, all right, the conquistadors, even down to Christopher Columbus and these Edomites that you're seeing now, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, these bloodlines, these 13 so-called royal bloodlines, pretty much how they were even able to amass this stronghold over the world. All right, they pretty much went around putting these other countries in debt unto them, which made them subjects unto them because they'll go to these different countries and give them these different loans. All right, and then the different countries wouldn't be able to pay back them loans and ended up being subservient under these damn bankers, man. That's how they were able to amass this massive amount of wealth, man. Starting with I believe it was Meyer Imschel Bauer, all right, who later changed his name to Rothschild. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they all was learned in the way of pretty much making the world indebted to them, man. That's how
Mm-hmm.
that's how they were able to amass this great wealth of power. And you can look up these different things when you look at these documentaries of these damn bankers, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we could
Yep, yep.
you got something else?
Nope, no, we can jump right, jump back.
Con.
Psalms 37,
Oh,
verse
that was the point of that. You get Bible try. You get James 5.
yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. You want to start James 5 and
Start at the top.
yep. This is James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men.
Mm-hmm. The brother cut out.
Weep and howl for your oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of stopped a little bit.
yeah.
Okay.
You lagged out. Bible try. You start back at the top.
Yep. This is James 5 and 1. Go to now, ye rich men,
Mm-hmm.
weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
Right. And this is addressing you bankers, man. You Edomites, you elites that are in power, man. It says, "Go and weep and howl, for your misery shall come upon you, because great destruction is coming towards you, damn you Edomites, man. All right, for all the wickedness that you sown in the world, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring judgment upon you. All right, because you're not going to get away with everything that you're doing, and ultimately, this is going to show you that your new world order that you're so desperately trying to bring in is going to fail. All right, you got it.
Yep. It reads on, verse 2. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments uh more heathen.
Moth eating.
Oh yeah, moth eaten. So like I'm gonna start that from the top. James
Mm-hmm.
5 and 2. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered,
Mm-hmm.
and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Right. So all these riches that you have accumulated throughout history is all going to be, pretty much a show of shame unto you, man. Because how did you get all these riches? As we went into, man, you stole them. You stole everything from the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans during, our time of rule. And even
Mm-hmm.
going into here over here in the Americas, man. you literally stole the land of America from the Northern Kingdom, man. All right, the so-called indigenous, Native and Taino Indians, man. The Latin tribes, man. All right,
Yep.
just even from the Negroes, because we had kingdoms over in Africa at the time, man. All right, you
Yep.
stole riches from over there too, Fort Judah, and different places. All right, over in Europe with the Moors. All right, you stole all
Mm-hmm.
our riches, man. So that's going to be a show of shame unto you when how about Shem Shah requires that judgment at your hand, man. Because you're going to
Mm-hmm.
have to cough up all that shit, man.
Yep. Yep. And just to your point, real quick, like you were saying, that's what the scriptures say, especially when this devil came over here in the late 1400s, right? Because the scriptures say that he had put forth his hand against such that had been at peace with him. Right? Because this devil, that's and tomorrow, what thanks stealing, that's what
Yep.
that's all it's representing, man. All them treaties that they made with Jake, who opened their arms to him when they came over to this land. These devils didn't even know how to eat and live. They was eating the dead carcasses of the people who were dying off from starvation and diseases and pestilences, right? The who you call the so-called natives were teaching them how to live here and till the land and do the things they need to do to survive. But what at the moment that they had the advantage, getting Reuben and Gad drunk, right, to sign these treaties, and right not understanding what they was doing, what they turned the sword. It's in scripture say that their words was as smooth as butter, as soft as oil, but behind them was as drawn swords, and that's how this
Right.
devil gets down, man.
That's right.
Yep, yep. But back in James, right? Oh, Slucky. Yep. James 5:2. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you.
Right. Because, like we said, man, all this is just a indicator of the atrocities that you done unto the Israelites, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because hey, we were nothing but friendly with you damn devils, man. And how did you repay us by rape, robbing, and pillaging us, man? Rape, robbing, and murdering us, man. Because when you look at Jake now, Jake can't even fathom that we had anything of substance throughout history. Because
Mm-hmm.
all they teach us now is, hey, we were nothing but slaves, man. You know,
Yep.
we have no history beyond slavery. All right, but see, they don't
Yep.
tell you that we had kingdoms. And when you go into, like you said, you go into like the Moorish kingdom, the Byzantine Empire, and hey, even the Northern Kingdom had their own things going, man. All right, we had shit over here in America. Hey, gold was in abundance. They said it was so much gold over here that Gad could literally
Mm-hmm.
just walk around and pick it up off the ground and act like it was nothing serious, man.
Mm-hmm.
And now this place is barren, so where shit, you ain't finding nothing. You can't even find fruit on the trees no more, man. This devil done took
Mm-hmm.
everything, man.
Yep, yep, and not to and all these movies and stuff like we was talking about earlier get the inspiration from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I was
Mm-hmm.
watching this kids with Pocahontas
Mm.
and the I forgot his name, but the Edomite what
John,
he's yeah John. What did he say to her? He was talking about, yeah, we gotta come here because there's nothing but gold here, and she was like, gold, so what? Because what? Gad and Reuben, they knew how to live off the land. They didn't have to put value on what the Lord created. It's just here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
right,
we need, we get it. Whatever we have, we'll use it. And it is what it is.
right.
It's this devil that wants to put a value on everything and act like he has it all. When really, you know what I'm saying, all his gains are in vain, man. That the brother's going into.
Mm-hmm.
It reads on, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Right, because you literally have hoarded everything unto yourself. Even now,
Mm-hmm.
with this whole man-made famine shortage taking place, everybody is noticing that you are taking everything for yourself, man. You have Bill Gates of hell buying up all the farmland. All right, they said they have a bunker with all the world seeds in it, man. They're
Mm-hmm.
hoarding all the food to themselves. They said these different food plants, they're mainly first going toward these elite bunkers before they hit the stores over here for the average person.
Mm-hmm.
So they're hoarding everything because the riches go beyond just gold and silver, man. Riches is substance, things of substance, man. Food,
Mm-hmm.
things like that, man. Land, such as this devil had literally took the whole earth, for himself, man. To the point to where these elites ain't even leave none for his average counterpart, man. The average
Mm-hmm.
Edomite is in slavery with the rest of us, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna show. That's gonna show as a means to show why you need to be destroyed, man.
Yep. Verse 4, behold, the hire of the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud.
That's talking about us, the Israelites, man. All
Mm-hmm.
right, who have literally built up this kingdom, all right, and have shit to show for it, man. Okay, because this damn devil, all right, he's literally working Jake to death. All right, and
Mm-hmm.
Jake can't even Jake can't even get a bone, man.
Yep.
Hey, we're barely surviving here, man. Okay, and this devil, it says that it says with the well, you can keep reading, bro. I don't want to jump the gun.
Kind. Yep. It reads on verse 4, which is of you kept back by fraud,
Yeah, you froze up again.
crying of that are entered into the ears of the Lord of uh, what
Sabaoth.
I cut out again.
Yeah, real. It was
Oh,
like
okay,
for
okay.
2 seconds.
Okay. Yep, Sabaoth.
Kind. So
Mm-hmm.
pretty much saying that we're crying out to the Lord for all the injustices that this devil is doing against us, and those cries are coming to the Lord because the scriptures tell you, man, that the cries of the needy, the cries of the poor, they reach up to
Mm-hmm.
the ears of the Lord. And you got scriptures to get on that. You can grab them, but it
Yep.
just goes to show you the Lord is hearing our cries, man. Because see, this devil thinks that he's never going to have to pay for the bullshit that he's doing to us as a nation and really to the whole world itself, man. All right, because these cries that we're sending up to the Lord, all right, these different prayers that we're sending, asking us to get delivered or asking Him to deliver us, the Lord is hearing that. He's going to send back Yahweh Shai, all right, who is known as the Lord of Sabaoth, which means the Lord of armies. The Lord Yahweh Shai is going to come back deep as hell with the angels, man, and destroy this man's kingdom when He delivers the elect, man. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Um. Yep. I got. I'm keep going, but it reads on verse 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter.
All right, because you've lived in pleasure on this planet, not really realizing that you are destroying everything, man. All right, you're lacking when it comes to correct rulership because you're literally bleeding the earth dry to where creation itself isn't going to be able to sustain itself here on this earth. This is why you're having guys like Elon Musk talking about that the earth is eventually going to become uninhabitable, so we're going to have to go to Mars, man, which is bullshit. All right, you devils ain't going to be able to leave this earth because if the Lord allows you to do that, it'll just be a never ending cycle of you destroying planets, man. So your one shot at rulership is showing the world that you're not meant to rule because you're killing everything, man. You're literally working everything to the bone. All right, and I actually got a preset for that. Let me get that
Mm-hmm.
real quick. If you got something, you can pull it too, bro.
Kind. I'm still looking for it real quick.
All right, real quick, because this is just going to how Esau is literally running everything into the ground, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, "For our time is as a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again." Because this devil thinks that, hey, once he dies, all right, he's gonna pretty much just evaporate into nothing. So this is why he lives in this YOLO state of mind where he can just,
Mm-hmm.
you know, do whatever and not think about the consequence of what's gonna happen later, man. Verse 6. And this is just talking about the average Edomite because these elites, they know that reincarnation is real. This is why they're trying to stay alive so that they don't have to come back in slavery. But the average Edomite thinks that there's no afterlife, man. All right. So this is verse 6. Come on, therefore, and let us enjoy the good things that are present. Because let me add this last thing too, because ultimately they don't
Mm-hmm.
believe that Yahweh Shai, that he returned in the flesh after he died, man. All right. They don't believe in the resurrection. All right. So, verse 6, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. So he's just like a child, man, that literally will run everything into the ground. He'll continue to use shit till it breaks. You know how kids are whenever they got toys and whatnot, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're reckless with it, man. They don't really appreciate what they have until it's broke. And that's ultimately what Esau is in a nutshell, man. Pretty much draining the world, using the world as he sees fit, not realizing how he's destroying everything, man. Because under this man's rulership, all right, we the food we're eating is fake. All right, they said we have about less than 2 years worth of topsoil left. Okay, so it means that in 2 years, roughly, it's not going to be any more good soil to plant crops in. All right, you're saying that about over 50% or probably more of the wildlife is going to be extinct. It's just everything that he's pushing forth is just showing that it's death that he's forwarding, man, because he's literally using everything in access and not letting the planet rest, man. All right, you found what you look for.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Well, I found another one. I could just go in on that.
Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, kind of just based off that verse 4 in James the 5th chapter. This is second Ezra 15, and I'm gonna start at 8 and get the point.
Mm-hmm.
I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood, right, crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain. It's like I might cut out a little bit.
You good?
Okay, con. I'm gonna read that in again. It reads, in the which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And just backing that up, like the brother was saying in the precept that he had, how he's running Jake into the ground, continually doing all the things that he's doing. And what right above that, it said, what wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. This devil, everything that he's doing is ran in wickedness. And the philosophies that he's pushing, getting these other nations drunk, and then ultimately 2/3 of our people also, right? And this devil, ever since he made a covenant with himself, putting you jakes to death, everything that he does is in the way of the eradication of you jakes, man. And that
Right.
blood, is crying out unto the Lord, man. And what you have the just complain and continue. That's us. That's the Israelites, and ultimately the elect, man, right? Crying out unto the Lord. And like it reads in Revelations, the 6th chapter, the elect crying out to the Lord on when he's going to avenge us. How long is he going to continue to let this devil rule this planet in wickedness, and how he's ruling it, man? But what? The Lord is not at all going to let this devil get away with the things that he's doing, man. The Lord hears our cries. He hears the just complaining continually, and he's going to enact his vengeance on this place real soon, man. This devil's not
That's
going to
right.
get away with the spoils that he has gathered through his wickedness, man.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You're gonna have to cough up all these riches that you've done, because ultimately everything that we just talked about, man. Ultimately, it's all for the pursuit of riches.
Mm-hmm.
That he wants the whole world to be subjugated unto him, so that he can make the most profit off of everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's coming out, like you said, wickedness has polluted the whole earth. It's coming out now that he's in the process of trying to monetize off of the herbs. So he's going to
Yep.
make it to where the natural herbs that come from the earth it's going to be illegal to use. He wants, unless he can monetize off of it, which he knows that he can't fully do that. So he's going to pretty much
Mm-hmm.
make it illegal, and you have to seek his pharmaceuticals to pretty much, heal yourself, man, which is gonna and further destroy you, man. You
Yep.
know, and his process for money, or it's like not sorry, his pursuit for money, all right, it's crazy. That's why the scripture tell you, for the love of money,
Mm-hmm.
is the root of all evil. All right, money is not wicked, but the things that you would do for money is what makes it wicked. All right, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what this devil has personified throughout the whole earth. Because in doing so, you have our people taking on that same mindset that Esau has. That pretty much, fuck everybody. I'm gonna get it how I can. This is why that crab in the barrel spirit under Jake. They
Mm-hmm.
learned that from Esau, man.
Yep.
Esau, well, he's willing to kill his own to get on top. And I just seen something today from the beloved brother in L.A., Michael Allah, dealing with the Titanic, man. Esau purposely sank the Titanic because it was the richest man in America that was holding up for them setting up the Federal Reserve. He didn't allow them to do that, so they put all the people that was in opposition to them on that ship and purposely sank it so that they can pretty much have no opposition. And then a year later, the Federal Reserve was created, man. Which shows you this devil, he does not give a fuck about nothing if it gets in his way of making money. This is why this whole pandemic that we just had go through, he's purposely killed millions of people for a buck. All right, and it came out how this man was licking off of people getting put on them ventilators, people getting them juices. All these different things. It's all for the pursuit of money, man. The medical industry in itself is a money racketing, a system. The cancer program, these different
Mm-hmm.
diseases, they profit off of this shit, man.
Yep.
Because this devil, like you said, man, his wickedness, it has no bounds to it, man. All right, and
Yep.
that same sentiment has went throughout the whole world to where it's polluted these other nations. They act just like him, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That was on that. I'm back in. You wanted verse 6 too, right? In
Yeah,
James.
yeah. We'll go down to 6.
Yep. This is James 5:6. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you.
And that's pretty much what we just went into this last,
Mm-hmm.
couple minutes, man. All right. He has no opposition, and we have no power to defend ourselves from this devil, and yet he's still pursuing us with that sword, man.
Mm-hmm.
This system was set up to kill us. All right, as
Yep.
I mentioned, the medical industry. All right, you got the school to prison pipeline. All
Yep.
these different pitfalls to set up to destroy Jake, and so they can get a profit off of, man. Another example of that. Not to go on a tangent again, but you have the prison system, man. Okay,
Yep.
one of the main ways that they've able to put Jake, in the prison system is by using this damn music. All right, you had Crazy Bone years ago go into how he was at a secret meeting, and they pretty much told them the direction they wanted to go with the music is to pretty much, help fund these damn prisons, man. Because if these
Mm-hmm.
prisons don't have a certain amount of people filling up themselves, then that state will get fined, man. Because all these prisons are state owned, man. So if they're not putting people in these cells, then they get hit with a hefty fine, man. That's wicked, man. But you ain't got Jake ain't Jake ain't fighting against you to try to stop that, man. Jake are
Mm-hmm.
going with that, man, because they're trying to get money too, man. You know.
Yep. Yep. Well, and I kind of timed out a little bit, but what you was just saying, that was the guy from Bone Thugs and Harmony, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, kind of, because I was about to bring that up too. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All
Yep.
right, see. Yeah, we can jump from there to James chapter 2 and 13.
Kind. Yep. This is this is James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Right,
It's like
because
against judgment.
yeah, because at the end of the day, man, the Most High ain't gonna have mercy for you, damn devils,
Mm-hmm.
because you haven't showed mercy unto the Israelites, man. Here it is. Hey, we are pretty much all the way defenseless, and you still coming at us full force trying to kill us, man. Because like you say, when he made that covenant with himself back in Genesis 27
Yep.
about how he said he was gonna slay his brother Jacob, and he's been full on with that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't shown Jake not 1 ounce of mercy. Hey, even since the plantation, you
Yep.
had Jake the moment they were able to walk out there in the fields picking that cotton, man, all right, to the point where you had the old heads that was out there dropping dead, and you got Jake like this now, man. There's no reason why in this society you have Jakes that's 70, 80, 90 years old still working hard labor jobs, man. And I work in a factory. You got old heads in the factory, aged up like that, working hard as hell, man. You know, and then the ones that that have been able to quote unquote retire, they're still struggling, man, because that Social Security
Yep.
is getting cut every single year, man. So this devil is literally putting his damn foot or his knee on our neck still, man. No pun intended.
Yep. Yep. Okay. And it reads on, verse 13, verse 14. What doeth it profit, my brethren?
13 was really the point.
Okay.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the Lord isn't going to show him mercy because he hasn't showed us mercy, man. All right. He whose judgment was not to drink the cup have surely drink of the cup, man. All right. So we have fully, pretty much taken on the brunt of this punishment, man. And he's still bringing it on, man, to the point to now he wants to fully do away with this, man. And this is why you're seeing the talk of AI being pushed more and more, man, because he has figured out a way to where he can make his society thrive and not worry about people bitching about getting paid more or labor rules or laws or whatnot, man. No, he can just send his robots out there and work. And since he has his robots now, he don't need Jake. So now he's on full on depopulation mode where he's just trying to kill as many Jakes as possible, which is going to amplify when Jacob's trouble finally hits, man. Which we are fastly approaching, if not already in, man.
Yep. I got something real quick based off that. This is Ezekiel. I'm gonna go straight to the point. Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Yep. It reads on. I'm gonna finish it out. Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
You can speak on it.
Yep. See it, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And just going into that very same point that the brother was saying, man, he had showed mercy to us. And even at a time, of course, everything that we went through was the punishment of Yahweh Shem Shai, first and foremost. But what? Like this brother said, this devil just went on and on and on and on, man. Right? He's had a perpetual hatred ever since, bringing out again, ever since Genesis 27, since he made that covenant with himself to slay his brother Jacob, he is held true to that and more, man. Right? Doing the atrocities that he's committed against our people, and what the Lord is going to pay him back for that. Since he sought no end to the slaying of his brother Jacob, the Lord is going to return that judgment onto his own head. He's going to drink of that same cup and double, man.
Yeah, man. Because at the end of the day, you could have been let us go like you claimed you did during when slavery was quote unquote abolished. But even during that period when you so called let Jake go, you still had Edomites secretly taking Jake and putting him, in these different slavery. So you got an example of that with that movie Antebellum. There was actually real life accounts of that, man. Another one, it was historical. You got the Devil's Punch Bowl, man. But you still got to pay for that as well, man. Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the list goes on and on and on. Rosewood, these different things you have escaped judgment for, but ultimately because the Lord is reserving that for you all at the end, man. All right. So we see that everything that's taking place is all for the accumulation of that judgment that the Lord is building up for you because of what you're doing to his people, man. I got one real quick.
Yep.
This is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5.
Okay.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, that they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. And that's exactly how they look at us, man. They look at us as property. So with property, you can handle it and do what you will, and not worry about what happens to it, man. And that's why you had the thing called the casual, I think of the Casual Killing Act or something along the lines, where Esau made it a law to where if they was beating Jake and Jake died, that they wouldn't be punished for that, man, because they look at us as just property, and you see that still taking place now with all these police shootings that has been happening, the Trayvon Martins, the George Floyd, Eric Gardner, these different situations, man. These cops are able to kill Jake and pretty much get off because that's Esau ultimately, playing with his toys, man. All right, his product, and this is why they don't care if you Jakes die when they play with you, because this is ultimately what they're doing when these Jakes shoot you. I mean, it's like when these police shoot you, when they shoot Jake, when they're beating Jake ass, man. That's ultimately them playing with their toys, man, because that's how they view us. All right, and then when Jake die, they don't feel no remorse for that, man. They don't look at that as a mistake. They just well, on to the next one, man. And they actually get paid for it. These damn GoFundMe's and whatever, they get paid vacation because they don't look at you Jakes as people. We're still considered 2/5 of a man, or three was it 2/5, 3/5?
3/5, yeah.
3/5 of a man according to the Constitution. They never changed that. That's the point because you still walking around like begging for your life to matter, man. So that shows you they don't look at you as people, man. All right, but this is why he's going to pay, man. Okay, we can go ahead and hop into those slaveries because this whole thing we're going into, man, is the process of his falling, man, because he's going to fall from this high state of being in power to going into slavery, man. All right. Because at the end of the day, man, that's your future, boy. Change,
Yeah.
man. You're going into change, man, like you see on the thumbnail, man. All right, because you were never meant to be on the rulership seat, man. You're not a king. All right, you're just you're a child, man. A child that's trying to play king, man. You know.
Yep. Like if I could say, like we read and like what we read in Job, right? What did it say? It says for the world was given into the hand of the wicked. The only reason why these devils are in power is because the Lord allowed it to be so, man. Right? This ain't their rightful place. This ain't something that they that they ought to be getting used to, man. The Lord used them as our whooping stick, man. The scriptures say that he put the Lord, roughly paraphrase, I don't want to butcher it, but he put up over the world the basis of men, man. Esau is the lowest of the low, man.
Yeah.
Man? The most vile, there's no more profane than Esau, man. Right? Which is just showing you the power of the Lord. Ultimately, that we got this caveman ruling the world with his foot on our necks, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So,
that's right. I got something real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 16. Woe unto thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. And in the NLT, it says, what sorrow for the land ruled by a servant, the land whose leader feasts in the morning, right? Because these devils, they're nothing more than children, all right? And the children, all right, is to be led and instructed on how to move and walk. But Esau is a child that despises instruction, man. He doesn't care about the ways of the Most High. This is why he's ran the whole earth into the ground, all right? He's literally used creation to the point where we're all nearing extinction. That's why when Yahushua said, all right, if he don't come back, there would be no flesh to be saved, man. Because he would literally kill. He's killing life itself, man. All right. So this is why, hey, your position belongs, as it said. It says, "Woe, Slaki." Ecclesiastes 10:16 in the NLT. What sorrow for the land ruled by a servant. That's another word for a slave, man. All right. This man was never fit to rule. All right. So what we're going to witness is Esau being pulled from the power and being put back in his rightful place, which is in chains, man. You know.
Yep. And I got something real quick. If you want to segue into that, this is Revelation 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
That's right.
Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. And that's simple and straight to the point, man. This is the patience, this is our hope, this is our expectation that what the Lord is going to make true on this word, man, on this prophecy, on us putting these heathens into subjection. Who is the spearhead of putting you Jakes end up under subjection into slavery? Who funded the transatlantic slave trade, right? The slavery didn't just start right there in the 1600s, man. Right, there was a whole organized plan from the 1400s and a little even before that, but starting to execute it when he came over here and committed mass genocide to you so-called natives, man.
That's right.
That wasn't no accident. That was collusion. That was a plan. That was conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? That was planned out, man, against you Jakes. And all these other nations had a part in it. But what? This scripture talking chiefly to Esau, even the so-called white man, because what? He was blessed with the sword, and he uses it every day to shed the blood of you Jakes, man. And what? He's going to go head first into captivity along with these heathens. But what? Like we read earlier, Esau is going to catch that ultimate judgment of being wiped off of the face of the earth after he serves that captivity, man.
That's right. And just continue on with that point, man, because, hey, retribution has to come to you devils, man. All right? You ain't get away with that shit, man. All right? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14. I'm going to start at the top. Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." Right. So this is going to, all right, Yahweh Shah bringing Israel back into the land of Israel, man. We're going to have rest in our land. And it says, "And the strangers shall be joined with them." The strangers talking about the Israelite foreigners, man. That the Israelites that have been scattered throughout the different parts of the world. All right, we're all going to be brought back together and put in our own land again, man. Verse 2. "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land for it's like the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." And that's what's going to happen, man. As the brother just read, man. All right, you brought us into slavery, so we're going to put you in slavery, man. You killed us with the sword, we're gonna kill you with the sword, man. That's righteous retribution, man. You know,
It's like
Barakatah.
the water.
All right, because at the end of the day, the Lord is he's balanced, man. He's fair, so He's gonna allow us to get that payback on you, man. All right. So all the things that you did to us during slavery and still doing to us now, all right, we're gonna do that back unto you, all right, double, but in righteousness, man. All right. We ain't gonna be out there, popping your wives, man. All right. We ain't gonna be out there, doing all that, buck breaking and whatever else wicked shit you was doing. We're gonna fuck you up in righteousness while you in captivity, man. All right. So you're gonna see how it feels, all right, to have your family separated, all right, to have your children and your wife hate and despise you, to look down upon you, man. All right, to be poor, all right, to wake up and from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, getting your ass whooped, all right, having no rest, man. You're gonna see all that, man. And this is Israelites with spiritual power, so it's gonna be way worse than what you did to us, man. Okay, because everything that you've done, man, the Lord has not forgot. All right. Another quick one. This is the book of Isaiah 33 and 1. "Woe unto thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and thou dealt not treacherously with thee." Because as we went into earlier, man, we treated you Edomites with open arms, man. Every time that we encountered y'all, man. But you Edomites always was against us. All right, even when we came out of Egypt, you were the first nation, especially you Amalekites, to come against us, man. All right, that was waiting till the Israelites, got past, and you was killing the people in the back, the elderly and the sick, So you always, dealt with us treacherously, man. So we're gonna deal with you treacherously in that day, man. It says, "When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee." Right. So we're gonna repay you for all the wickedness that you've done to us, man. All right. You ain't get away with shit, Esau, and we're gonna remind you of that every single day, man. Okay. That's up, bro.
Yeah, I got two real quick. Something that we quoted twice, and then another one real quick. This is Psalms 55, verse 20. "He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with you. He have broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. And just
Oh damn, cut the brother off. Well, I'll pretty much bring out what he was talking about until the brother comes back. But in fact, here we go. Salakia. Hey bro, your audio's out now. All right, there you go.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Yeah, I had to take the headphones out. I don't know what happened. It just force closed on me.
Esau hating. Satan hating right now, man. Too much fire going out.
yeah.
But bring back your point, bro. Bring the scripture back and break it down.
Okay, kind. Yep, this is Psalms 55 and 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And just going into that point that we were talking about all the times in history, right, that this devil has came up against us, right, when we and then especially in more recently times, right, where this devil came up against us, right, every time this Lord and all the way until to this day, man, every time that this devil says something out of his mouth, you best believe there's an agenda behind it, and the agenda is to what he ultimately wants, that birthright back. And how does he feel like he gonna get that? That's through the death, the eradication of you Jakes, man, right? He and going into the things that all the gifts and the bribes that he gives you people that you think he has your best interest at heart. He has never had your best interest at heart, man. We were born with this devil in the womb, man. Before we even came into this world, we came into this world fighting with this devil, man. So there's never a point in time where this devil has ever had your best interest at heart, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I got one more. I'm trying to find it. You said you had a second one too, right?
Yeah, just a second one, real quick.
Go ahead.
Yep, just 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6, right? Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, right? So just backing up all the things that we read, what the brother was going into, what's going to happen to these devils, right? What we're probably going to get into a little bit more going on, what we're going to bring out. Don't think this is anything of our own vain opinion or we just saying this out of our ass. No, the Most High is with this, man. The Most High is down with this. This is his will. This is his story. This is his movie. All the things that we bringing out, thus serve the Lord, thus serve the Bible, right? The Lord is with it, man, right? And we're not going to get up and do anything of our own might, right? It says we trust in the Lord, like it says in Psalms 44, right? We don't have to gird up arms. Our swords and no guns, none of that is going to save us in time. The Lord is going to enact his vengeance upon this place, man, right? So we just have to wait patiently on the Lord, and he's going to fight our battle for us, man. Right. So all the things that we're reading about, the troubling this devil and getting them back, like the brother just said, doing it to double unto him, the Lord is signing off on it, man.
Yeah, and to further add to that point, because like you mentioned, everything was already set up to happen like this from the womb. We were warned with this devil in the womb, man. You know, and it was prophesied real quick. This is Genesis 25, and this is dealing with the birth of Jacob and Esau. All right, this is going to what the brother said about us warned with them in the womb, right? So Genesis 25 and 22, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. So she went and sought out a prophet. This is talking about Rebecca. All right, the children were fighting inside of her womb, so she went to go, inquire on what was going on. So she sought, sought the wisdom from the prophets to figure out what was going on. So it says, "And the Lord said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." Right. So it said that the one people that shall be stronger than the other people, talking about Jacob. All right, the Israelites, man. Ultimately, we are a stronger nation than these Edomites mentally, physically, and spiritually, man. All right. And it says, and the elder shall serve the younger. So this was already set right here that Esau's destiny was always going to be to serve the Israelites, man. All right. This is, like you said, the Most High's words. This is not us saying this, man. All right. The Lord said from your very beginning, you so-called white people's inception, all right, it said that you were going to serve the Israelites, man. So that tells you slavery is in your future. This is why they want to run away from their identity. This is why they don't want to address being Edomites, all right, because they know that this slavery is death for them. That's why they try to tell you that the Edomites were done away with. But no time in history you can go into that destruction though, man, because it hasn't happened yet. Because the Lord is reserving that, all right, for when He can do it. All right.
That's right. And like you just saying, that's what we know that this judgment has happened. What the scriptures say that when the Lord returns, right? Who is that cometh with the dyed garments of Basra, right?
That's right.
Talking about Edom. When did the Lord return? Did the Lord enact His vengeance on Edom? When the Lord returns, the people who are going to be in power are the Edomites, man. That's how, like you was talking about earlier. That's how we know who was that, who is this. We know this to be the end through the Spirit, right? Through faith. And we know that when the Lord returns, this devil gonna be in power, and he is who the scriptures say he is through prophecy, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So just continuing on how you're going to be serving out your captivity, man. This is just giving an example. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 23. It says, "And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for thee." Right. Because you tell them the same way as you had, our men, our kings, all right, bowing down to you in slavery, serving you. Your kings are going to be in chains serving us, man. All right, how it was when you had our women, all right, with your Edomite babies on their teats, milking them. We ain't gonna do that to our kids though. We gonna give them pure milk, but we're just gonna let you know your women and your men gonna be both in captivity, man. All right. So there's no getting around that, man. All right. All these different movies like The Help. You got what's another one? You got The Help. You got The Butler. You watch Mandingo. You know how they pretty much had Jake fighting to the death. They get Jake drunk off whiskey and have him fighting to the death. You got all these different examples, man, of these slavery movies, man. Where you had Jake in the field. You had Jake, in the house. All right, you had Jake in the bed. All right, bed wenches. You had men bed wenches too, man. You talking faggot, but you had all these. That's gonna be your fate, except for the male bed witch thing, But you're gonna know how true slavery feels, Esau. But this one's gonna be on steroids because once again, we're gonna have spiritual powers. So they're gonna be able to do way worse to you than what you could do to us, man. Because see, as the scriptures say, can you get that Bible shot? Meditate terror.
Yep.
Because hey, that power that we're gonna have, whatever comes to imagination, is what we're gonna be able to do to you devils, man. That's scary because the scriptures tell you we're gonna have power over your spirit. So not even death is gonna be able to be a thing for you to get away from that. Because you can die. We can put your spirit right back in your body, man. All right? Until we're ready for you to go back to the spirit world, man. Okay? Through the spirit.
Yep. Oh yeah, I pulled it up on my phone. Just now my phone when it goes slow.
That's all good.
Yep. It's Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah 33 and 18. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers?
Yeah, so it says the Lord commanded us. That's a commandment to meditate terror, man. Because, man, the ideas that we're going to have to do to you devils is going to far surpass what you did unto us, man. Because when you go into some of the atrocities that this devil did unto us during slavery, all right, like we say, the buck breaking, the whole the inception of how gynecology came about, how they was experimenting on Israelite women with no anesthesia, cutting us open, and they had the the syphilis thing with the Native Americans. Hey, it's countless examples we can go into. The rabbit hole runs deep when it comes to the things that you did to us in slavery. So, hey, it's going to be even deeper when we get that power and be able to exact our vengeance upon you, because the scriptures tell you the Lord's going to put his anger on us, because we're not going to be mad at them, man.
Yep.
And this is generations of hatred the Lord has saved up for you devils to be for them end days, man. So you're going to get your ass kicked, man. All right?
Yep. And I got a precept real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Backing up that, what was the precept that you last read?
Talking about the meditate terror one, or the nursing kings and nursing fathers?
Yeah. Yep,
yeah, that was Isaiah 49 and 23.
Kind of. This is something laying back off that. This is Psalms 149, verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. Verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Right. That was talking about literal, man, because when we get in the kingdom, we're gonna be praising the Lord. We're gonna be exalting his name even even more and more, right? Because what we're gonna have to understand that we're gonna have the power to do exactly what these scriptures just said, right? Execute that judgment upon the heathens and the people. And chiefly Esau, even the so-called white man, when it comes to the heathens, right? Verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgments written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord, right? And when you read up in chapter 148, in the last verse, it lets you know who the saints are. Israel. This is a prophecy talking about Israel being in the kingdom, igniting that vengeance, that judgment, right? On these heathens, man. We're going to be put back in our rightful place, but in an everlasting kingdom in righteousness under Lord Yahweh Shai. And what having all their higher ups, who you think gonna be because most of these top level elitist heathens, they're gonna be in the bunkers, right? They're gonna make it after the destruction. Who you think gonna be the of slaves, man? Sorry, I kind of talked out a little bit, but it's gonna be who? It's gonna be these top level elites. It's gonna be the first fruits of slaves. Is gonna be these top level elites who get through the nuclear destruction. The ones that that got the money to make it through it.
That's right. Well, I got one more to add to you. You can break it down, bro. You just said it. Revelation 2. I'll start at verse 25. It says, "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come." Talking about this truth, but this will break down this next part. It says, "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations."
Yeah. But that's the point. What did I say? It said keep him and endure to the end, right? That also cuts that anybody talking about that they saved, right? Because the Lord said what? You got to endure to the end. Matthew 24 and 13. He that endured to the end, also the same shall be saved, right? Right. So, and of course, all Israel's going to be saved, but we want this, what's been read right here on the first go around, man.
That's right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Verse 27, "And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father."
That's right, man. And that's literal, man. We're going to be ruling with the rod. Right? All these heathens are going to be like it reads in Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken, about how these other nations are going to be coming to Israel. You got that?
Yeah, that was the same chapter. I'll bring it back.
Okay,
It's up a verse that I read down, but I'll get it for you real quick.
Oh, kind of, yep.
Isaiah 49 and 21. No, hold on. 22, Salaki. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders." And read it again. It says, "And thy kings shall be nursing fathers, and their queens nursing mothers, and they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
Right. But just bringing in that point, these heathens are going to be coming to us for everything. They're going to be the laws, statutes, commandments, and the ways of the Lord are going to be the laws of the world, man. Are going to be the laws that are implemented here upon the earth. And what these heathens are going to have to abide by. That's that rule of iron. Because if they don't, if they don't abide by the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, because what we're gonna be perfect, right? If they don't abide by the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, they're gonna catch that judgment, man.
Kind. And I got that. I think this is what you wanted too. But this goes in what you said. That this is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And right. The Israel, the governing body, the elect is going to be on top and ruling in righteousness under King David, under Lord Yahweh Shai, and through the Spirit, these other nations are going to have to get right with the Lord's program, man. Ain't going to be no more of all these other nations doing their own things, man. They're going to have to come unto Israel, and if they do go off, which they are, right, it's going to be our job to smack that ass, you know what I'm saying, right back into place, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's just how it is.
Continuing on, verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
See, I spoke too soon. The scriptures break themselves down, man. That's exactly what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Right? The law of the Lord is that's how you know that the law was never done away with, right? Because there was never anything found fault with the law, with the ways that we have by Shema Shai, but what with us, right? Because we were being in the flesh. So why would the Lord implement the law, take it away, and then bring it back for the rest of the world to have it again? That don't make sense, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and the things once the Lord, puts this that word in our inward parts, it's going to be implemented into its full fruition, and the whole world is going to have to abide by it, man.
That's right. It says, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords in the plowshares, and their spears in the pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
So who are these people in the Holy Land talking about that they are the true chosen people of Israel? Because there's still war going on. World War III is brewing, right? So if the Lord put them back in their land and they're the true people of the Lord, this prophecy, this what's being spoken in the scripture should be happening right now. Everybody should be on one accord under the Lord, right? We should be in the kingdom of heaven, right? And I also let you know that the Lord ain't dealing with everybody, because it just said judgment will have to be enacted for those who ain't hold true to it, right? So there's going to be a righteous, and then there's going to be people who had to adhere to the righteous, man, right? So
right. Which just further adds to the point, like you said, that these guys, these people that rule the world, they're not the true people. They're not the Israelites, man. They're not the real Jews, man. Because the scriptures tell you when the righteous are in authority, man, there's not going to be any war on the earth. Just like it tells you in Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And you look at the state of the world, there ain't no rejoicing you see going on. This is supposed to be the quote unquote holiday season, man. And people are more stressed out than ever before, man. All right, the whole world is in a state of turmoil, man. You got tension in these different countries: Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan. All right, and you had that one country in Africa find all that gold. That's it's a fight for that on the low, man. It's different things taking place that show you that the world's not at peace right now, man. All right, so that shows that the Israelites are still, in captivity because Yahweh Shai has not returned, man. All right, you even have these gutter rats over in the land of Israel talking about the Messiah has came. It's a damn dude walking around talking about he's the Messiah, man. So these devils is through. All right, which is why the Lord is letting it be known that these guys are not the true people, man. All right, because the world is fucked up still. So the only way the world's going to really get back to that perfect state is for this man to get booted out of the throne, man.
That's right.
Kind. So, Baba Kashad, can you bring back that Obadiah?
Yep.
And I'm gonna get this real quick. This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 2. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? This is what our people say, man. Because here it is, we're out here prophesying, telling you that this world is going to shit for your benefit, and that the world to come after this kingdom is going to be a kingdom where we're going to rule. And they don't look at the Most High and that's going to give that to them, man, because they can't see past this punishment, man. All right, they think the Lord just left it here to be destroyed by Esau, man. It says, was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? And Esau was our brother, man, but he broke the brotherly covenant when he tried to eradicate us, man. All right. You got the time of the Babylonians when they took us down. You was right there with them and helping them. Trying to you destroyed our temple. All right, and you're trying to do that all over again, man.
Yep.
It says, and I hated Esau. It's like it says, "Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." And this is what the Most High is doing, man. Laying everything. He's laying all your plans to waste, man. All your, your places where you have pretty much trusted him, and the Lord is bringing it down, man. All right, and your new world order is going to be no different, man. Okay, it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against the Lord has indignation forever, right? Because no matter what, has happened to this devil, all right, he always has that mentality. He's going to build back, man. All right. 9/11, they said we're going to recover, man. All right. The recession, we're going to recover. And the pandemic, build back better. Hey, and they say the ultimate form of that is this fourth industrial revolution, where they think they're going to rule forever, man. But the Lord says, though you build, he will tear down, man. Because even with the Romans, because this is Rome 2.0, they failed for a little bit, and they said they came back with a vengeance, but the Lord is going to tear you down still, man. All right, this is the end of your reign, boy. All right, so get used to hearing the chain down of your kingdom, because the Most High said He has an indignation against you forever. That word indignation means a righteous anger, a righteous hatred, because everything that you have in this society, everything that you're pushing in this world, is openly blaspheming against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and you're trying to establish yourself as the Lord by removing him out the way and putting yourself in that position. But it's all gonna come to vain, man, because your ultimate destiny is to be wiped away as a people, man. You got it.
Yep. In Obadiah, I'm gonna hit this verse 10.
You got it.
Yep. This is Obadiah verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. Right, and you can start to see that, and you start to see that now. What they're trying to do, they're trying to hide the truth, right? They even trying to take what was that thing that was real big a couple years ago, where they're trying to take the transatlantic slave trade, slavery out of the school books, the critical race theory type stuff. Yeah. That's that shame is covering them. They don't want to look at the atrocities, and not even just that, all the things that they've done throughout history. People are starting to know this so-called white man for who he really is, man.
Yeah, because like an example I used earlier with the Titanic, man. They said that what they did during the Titanic, what they did to the Titanic, they're claiming that's a conspiracy, because they're trying to back away from that bloody history. They don't want to talk about the Trail of Tears. They don't want to talk about the Black Wall Street and all these different things that they've done. The Devil's Punch Bowl, because that brings shame to them, man. And these other countries are seeing that shame, man. Putin specifically calls out that shame, man. All right, he tries this. He said, how can you call him out for being a wicked individual when you look what you've done to the so-called blacks over here, man? The hypocrisy was, he's nothing but an Edomite as well, but just using him as an example to show you, like you said, that shame, he's trying to run from it, man. Because you have a horrible history, know. Hey, the Willie Lynch letter in itself, that speaks volumes. That same process of the Willie Lynch letter is still happening to our people in full effect now. So everything that you have done, you're trying to hide, but the Lord is bringing it out, because we're in the time of Esau's exposure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what the scripture say, the son of perdition shall be revealed, man.
That's right.
Yep. Yep. Reading on, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Woo! You're gonna be
Right.
cut off forever, man. You know, you can speak on the slide. Let me cut you off.
No. I was like, that's right.
Yeah, because at the end of, you're gonna have to pay. That's payback. That's
Yep.
righteous payback. Because we're still in your hands suffering. And the scriptures,
Yep.
I got a scripture for that, matter of fact. This is Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he surely shall be put to death. All right. And hey, did you not steal us? Did you not sell us? All right. And we have another example of that coming up. Because right after Thanksgiving, you got Black Friday, which Black Friday ultimately goes back to when you had Jake on the auction block, you know, selling, which was the start of you know, Wall Street, man. You know, so that
Yep.
is a shame to yourself. So you can't get away from your sick history, no matter what you try to do to put in front of Jake. Because Jake, hey, TikTok, even you know, you got to use TikTok with wisdom. But
Yeah.
there's so much information on that app of, you know, people doing research and making videos on everything now, man. So hey, TikTok is one of the main avenues that's cutting you, Esau, and this is why he's trying to all out ban it, because of, you know, China's the one that owns it. But China, you know, they don't, you know, not to get too far off on that, but pretty much saying that, you know, they want that, you know, ban, and they're gonna use China as an example to say why it's banned, because it's owned by them, man. But it's ultimately being used as an avenue through the spirit to expose you, man, to bring out your atrocities that you can't hide, man. All right, we're in the time of that skirt being lifted, and all those herpes sores, that all the STDs that you got, the chlamydia and everything else,
Yep.
is showing. It's showing, man. And this is why the Most High is going to destroy your ass, man. Because after you build up our kingdom, man, there's going to be no more use for you. Because your ultimate use right now is being used to punish the wicked of our people. You are that sword that the Most High is using according to Psalm 17 and 13. And once that sword has been used, and you know, that part of your use is being, you know, done, then we're going to use you to build up the kingdom. And after that, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right?
Yep. That's right. I'm a unless you want something specific, I was gonna jump to verse 15.
You go on. I know the point was I wanted 18. You
Oh,
can get that one too.
you
You can
want
get 15 too.
you want 18 straight to
Yeah.
the point.
If you want to get a 15, go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is Obadiah 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Right, and just making that point, it said, "For the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen." So when we talk about the day of the Lord, when we talk about, you know, the days leading up, and then the day of the Lord's actual return, it says upon all the heathen. So where in that, you know, not to go too far on top of, but where in that do you find that all nations can be saved, man? You nations have a tab to pay with the Lord, man, when He returns, man.
That's
Right.
right.
Verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, Israel, so shall all the heathen drink continually.
Mm.
Yea, yep, yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Right. So the Lord, like I said, you got through the Spirit, like I said, you got a tab to pay, just like all of you have done, right? Because yeah, we banging on Esau, but y'all those who colluding with Esau. What's that? Psalms 83.
Yep.
And how y'all coming to crafty counsel against the Lord and His people. When you come against the Lord's people, what you coming against the Lord? So the Lord is going to bring that upon you, and you're going to drink the dregs of that cup all the way down to the last drop, man.
That's the spirit. And I was going to say that because you
Oh,
nations ain't off the hook either, man. You
mm-hmm.
going to pay right along with Esau, man, because
Yep.
you held forward the affliction, like the scriptures say, man. Here it is. You are seeing what this devil is doing unto us, and you have not done
Mm-hmm.
anything to try to help, man. You know, I'm trying to find that precept. It says that blessed are they that bless you, and cursed are they that curse you. I can't remember what that said,
Yeah.
but
Come look
that's
for.
ultimately tied into what you just said, because
Yep.
you nations, like I said, you helped forward the affliction, and you helped make our bonds, you know, even heavier, man. You know, So just as much as Esau is getting rich off of us, you nations have gotten rich off us as well. So this lesson can be applied to you nations as well. But mainly this is focusing on Esau, all right? Because like I said, you got these damn other heathen, that are coming to Jake's community. All right, set up these damn different things, the gas stations, the convenience stores, the Chinese food stores or whatnot, and they're helping destroy us, but getting rich off of it, man. They've taken Esau's game plan and capitalized off of it too. So you ain't off the hook either, man.
Yep. I think I got it for you real quick. Let me know
Go ahead.
if this is it. This is Genesis 12:3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you nations would have helped us, hey, you be blessed, man. But you helped come against us, so therefore you cursed us, so the Lord's gonna curse you, and that curse is gonna come via slavery. All right, everybody gonna get it. We're gonna be giving out shackles like Oprah. All right, you gonna all feel the boot of the Israelite in that day, man. We feel it off for you, like it tells you in the parable with Lazarus, man. All right, the dogs that licked our wounds, man. So all you're gonna pay. But it's the only difference between y'all and Esau is after that 1,000-year period, you all can get your lands back, but you're going to be tributaries unto the Israelites, man. But Esau is going to be, obliterated, like we're going to get into, man.
Yep. And like it read at the end of that, it said that all the families of the earth shall be blessed through thee. But like you was just saying, they're going to be tributaries unto Israel. But what? we gonna be ruling in righteousness. The earth is gonna be flourishing. Everything is gonna be flourishing. And like you quoted earlier, when the righteous rule, the
people
the world,
rejoice.
the people rejoice. So yeah, you're gonna be tributaries. Yeah, you're gonna be up under subjection. But shoot, we gonna have the earth back as a paradise again, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna enjoy the kingdom of heaven, as well, man. Because like you said, with the earth being back in its righteous state, you're gonna benefit from that as well, man. You just ain't gonna be able to be, on top.
Yeah,
You had your
exactly.
reign, you had your run. Now it's our turn, man.
Yep. All right. Yep. This is verse 17. Obadiah 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Yeah,
Right?
we gonna get everything back, man. All the riches that was stole from us, the land that was took from us, man. Everything, the earth itself, man. All right, everything in this earth, like it tells you in 2 Ezra 6, the latter part of that chapter. Hey, this whole earth belongs to us, and you heathen. As we read in Revelations, man, you heathen are part of our heritage as well, man. So we're gonna get all our substance back, and then some, man.
Yep. In verse 18 is your point. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Yeah, because like you mentioned earlier, man, the tribes are going to be reunited again. All right, and we're going to be put back into the land of Israel, which is going to be our headquarters. All right, not all Israel is going to all just be placed in the land, and that's just going to be it, Ronald Dalton. All right, we're going to own the whole world. We're going to own planets outside of this world, man. But we're going to have that substance back in our land, in our power, and we're going to burn you Edomites up, because once that 1,000-year period has took place and we have no more use of you, all right, you're going to be put in a pit and burned, man. All right, and that's going to be the end of an Edomite in that day, man. Okay, there's not going to be no more so-called pale people walking around the earth, man, stinking it up. All right, looking all nasty and with no salt, man. The world is all going to be with brown people again, man. All right.
Yep. Y'all only gonna live through the stories that we tell when the generations come up through the loins of the elect on down.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? They be like, what? They had your answer. They did what? They was doing what? Like, y'all gonna be a distant memory, man. Y'all gonna be forgotten, man.
Hey, whole Isaiah 14, we're gonna get into that, because like you said, you Edomites are gonna be like, remember, Are You Afraid of the Dark? I don't know if you old enough to remember that, but it was showing Nickelodeon. It was like they sit around the campfire and tell scary stories and shit. That's how it was gonna be. We'll talk about you Edomite bullshit, man.
Yep. I'm gonna finish this out. It reads.
Oh, go ahead.
Yep. And you want Isaiah first?
Nah, read down to the last part too.
It reads on, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it.
All right, it's going to be no more Edomites. And read verse 19 as well.
Mm-hmm. It reads on, verse 19, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead.
Gilead, yeah. So
Oh,
pretty
Gilead,
much,
yep.
we're gonna get our ancient lands back, the promised land. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
recover that, man. Because when you go into the ancient map, all right, in the promised land, each of the tribes had their own plot of land within that was sectioned off. The nation of Esau had their own land too. But once you Edomites are eradicated, we're gonna inhabit your land, man. Because it's no point of you having your own land. There's not gonna be any more Edomites left, so we're gonna inhabit that as well, man.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, that just goes further proof that Esau is going to be done away with, man. All right, that's the genocide that they're trying to offset, man. All right, you're going to be the only nation to ever be completely wiped out. All right, because contrary to popular belief, man, that hasn't happened yet, man. Edomites are
Mm-hmm.
still here, so that shows you that these devils are liars, man, because they're trying to hide themselves. They're trying to get away from that judgment, but it's still coming. You can't escape it. Just like Final Destination, man. You can't get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna hop to verse 4, and we're just gonna read down pretty much to whatever the spirit say.
Gone. This is Isaiah 14:4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Right, and the king of Babylon being you Edomites, man. Specifically, you Amalekites, man. Okay, but you Edomites are this is your kingdom. So it says, uh, uh, uh we're gonna take up this parable against you and say how the oppressor cease, how the golden city cease, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is breaking you down, all right, from the inside out, man. Then Yahweh is gonna just straight outwardly come out and flatten you damn devils, man, and destroy your kingdom, man. All right. But as of right now, we're witnessing you fall, so it's all gonna be, accumulated what we're going into, man. All right, you're gonna go from shackles or from shekels, all right, from being rich to shackles to slaves to ashes, which means you're gonna be done away with, man. That this whole process is what this whole lesson was about, man. And this is a good chapter to summarize all that, man. All right. So the golden city, this is you at your peak. All right. How have you ceased, man? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like it's counted out for me. It reads on verse 5. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
The
He
Lord broke it. He broke your power, man. All right, because that left hand knowledge that you have been accumulating from Satan and these demons is being cut off. So without that help, man, you have no true power to pretty much continue on and stay in the rulership seat, man. Because you're gonna find out the hard way that you never had that power in the first place. It was the Lord that let you borrow it. Because as you mentioned, the Lord is the one that ruleth in the kingdom of men, and He gave
mm-hmm.
you the rulership. He said He put it over it the basis of men. All right, as we read Job 9:24, He gave you this, man. So now the Lord is taking that power from you, man. That's how you're falling, man. Go ahead.
Yep. Reads on verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
Right, because nobody's gonna come to your help. All right, when this persecution comes on you fully, when the Lord is pretty much at your neck, man. Because here it is, you didn't rule the whole earth in an iron fist now, where you have your own allies and your other enemies are all going to both turn and shoot missiles on you, man. So you have no help. You have alienated yourself to the point where there's nobody that's going to come help you, man. You know, and which is another reason why you're going to be destroyed, man. Okay, because the Lord's going to put the spirit on these other nations to help destroy you by them nuclear missiles that's going to be launched, man. You know, And that's going to be the end of your rulership. That's going to be the end of Babylon the Great.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Reads on verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They break forth into singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feather is come up against us.
Right, and that was going into what we talked about earlier with Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, about how when the righteous are in authority, the people's going to rejoice because now that the wicked is moved out the way, all right, everybody's going to be at rest because the true rulers are going to be back in the rightful place, which is the throne, and set everything back all right, and the whole world's going to benefit from that. And it says, and the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, which goes into you other nations, all right, because the Lord referred to the nations as trees at one point. You can find that precept, but it's not important. But at the end of the day, that's going into you nations and also the actual trees. All right, the actual trees are going to rejoice at you devils fall too, because it's going to be nobody left that's going to be cutting them down. Just like the nation, there's going to be nobody left, to come and destroy them. All right, outside of the Israelites, man. You know, but we're going to treat you nations with dignity. All right, when we rule over you. But as far as Esau does it for his benefit, man. So it's not going to be nobody that's going to come up and destroy you. All right, just like the regular trees, man. No more lumberjacks. That's just gonna be deforestation. Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
Yep. Reads on verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Mm-hmm.
It stirreth up the dead for thee. Oh, so like, yep, even all the chief ones of the earth, it have raised up from their thorns all the kings of the nations.
Right. It says hell is moved. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, because a great tribulation is going to befall you, man. As it reads in Job 20. All right. Hey, you're going to be in straits because in the midst of you trying to bring in this new world order, all right, you're gonna pretty much see hella pushback. All right, it's not gonna be no smooth takeover like you think it is, man. You're gonna have pushback, and these other nations, as well as mainly Yahushua and the angels, are gonna be persecuting you the whole way until it's time for you to fully be destroyed, man. So you're gonna be catching hell on all sides, man. All right, go ahead.
Yep. It reads on verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?
Right, because now at one point you was known as the great superpower that had dominance over the whole world. But now, due to these different nations' technological advances, everybody has been put on an equal playing grounds to where nobody fears America like they used to, man. Because everybody has nuclear capabilities now, man. All right, and those nuclear missiles are all going to be shot off on Babylon, man. Which shows you that nobody's afraid of America no more, man. All right, here in Babylon the Great, America and in the land of Israel is the two most hated places in the whole earth, because these nations are coming against you, Edomites, man. All right.
Yep. It reads on. Verse 11. They pump thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Yeah, thy pomp going into thy pride, man. Your pride is being brought down to the grave, man. All right, because ultimately you're witnessing your kingdom slip, between your fingers, and you can't hold on to it, man, because it's being shown to find out that you never had control over how long you was going to rule, man. Here it is, you're trying to establish a eternal rulership on the left hand side, and your kingdom is literally being destroyed right before your eyes, man. This is why they're scrambling, man. This is why you have Project Warp Speed and this Agenda 2030 and all these, different things they're trying to do to rush in their plans. But it's all gonna come in vain, man. All right, because you're gonna be shown painstakingly that you were never in control, man. This is the Lord's movie. All right.
Mhm. It reads on verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Yeah, Lucifer being the light bearers, man. These elites, because hey, with you having all the this left hand knowledge, this technology, the access to the left hand. All right, you have thought you was gonna ascend to the level of godhood, but the Lord is bringing you down, man. All right, it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which is wicked the nation?" Because the Lord is undercutting you, man. Everywhere that you are trying to move, the Lord is meeting you right there and undercutting you, man. Which is just a further proof to show that you're not in power. That the Lord is really just fucking with you, man. He's showing you that you don't have it, but through your pride, you're still making yourself believe that you're going to trick the Most High. You're going to pull one over on him, man, and it's going to come to naught. All right, go ahead.
Yep, it reads on verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Mm-hmm.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
And that's what he's doing. This is why you're seeing devils like that dude Yuval Noah Harari talking about how they're gonna extend beyond God. You know how that we don't need the God of the Bible no more. They said that hey, we can pretty much create our own water, so we're not worried about no plagues. They're popping big shit right now, man. All right, but the Most High is gonna humble you in the most meanest of ways, man. Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Yeah, you're gonna be brought down to show that you ain't nothing but shit. Like the scripture say, you're the basis of men. All right. Hey, you're vile in the earth, man. The Lord is gonna make you remember that in the worst type of way, man. Because all that blaspheming, that you're doing, all right, how you're trying to pollute the Lord's temple and destroy his his peculiar treasure. All right, the Lord is going to bring all manners of hell upon you, which hell just means bad times, man. He's not talking about bringing the fucking place that's under the earth up. No, hell is bad. He's going to bring horrible times upon you, devils, man. All right, before your impending destruction, man. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms,
Mm-hmm.
that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners?
Right, because in that day, all right, it's gonna be seeing how you're really supposed to be looking. Everybody's gonna look at it like this white man. He's the one that had the whole world shook. These little you see guys like Jacob Rothschild, this old decrepit nigga that look like the dude off The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that everybody in the world is afraid of. These people, nah, man, you're going to be showing that you're just a devil, a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's just here to be used as a tool and be thrown away, man. All
Yep.
right. Ultimately, that was the point on that. It was one more I was looking for where it said that he's gonna perish like his own dung. You remember that's where that's at?
I can look it up right quick.
And we can
Yes.
end with that because this is all to be shown. You went from the height of your prowess, and you're gonna be brought down to where you're gonna be looked at as nothing. You know that's the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. All right. Since I said that, I'll get this real quick while you're looking for it. This
Mm-hmm.
is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. It says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, for even this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth." All right. So just like how the Lord puffed up Pharaoh, he hardened his heart. He let the Egyptians get to the height of that pride, and the Lord, what he do, man? He smacked them down, and ultimately he wiped the Egyptians out, man. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be the same story that's gonna happen to Esau, the modern day Pharaoh, man. All right, the
Mm-hmm.
Lord allows you to get up to this point to where your pride is at an all-time high where the Lord is going to humble you by smacking your ass all the way back down to be under the earth, which you belong, man. You know? Were you able to find it?
Yeah. It's a spirit because it's in Job 20, and I had my finger right in it.
Oh,
This
that's
is
the spirit there.
yep. This is Job 20:7. Yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung.
Mm-hmm.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Right.
He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
And that's the whole point, man. Your whole existence is gonna be wiped away, like you were saying, man. All right, it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
nothing but like a horror story that we're gonna tell the people that the so-called white man ruled the earth and had everybody in fear, man. But just like it said with shit, like you're gonna perish like your own dung. It's like when you take a shit, man, you flush it down the toilet and it's never to be seen again. That's what's gonna be Esau's future. One day he's
Mm-hmm.
here, the next day he's gone, man. All right,
Yep.
you're not gonna be missed nor remembered.
Yep.
All right. So all this, what you're trying to do, like you read back in Wisdom of Solomon 2, you're doing all this to be remembered. It's all in vain because your total existence is gonna be expunged from the earth, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna remember it was an Edomite ruling ever in that day. So your Mount Rushmore, your Statue of Liberty, that big ass Jesus statue over in Brazil, all your monuments that showed that you was in the rulership seat, it's all gonna be wiped away. It's gonna be melted and shot with them laser beams whenever the Lord enacts that final judgment on your wicked ass, man.
Yep.
That's all I had. If you had anything else?
Kind of. No, just a quick quote. Job 5 and 12, where he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So just like the brother was just saying, all these things they doing, they trying to gather all these things. They're about to come down with great wrath. They're trying to push this NW on all this stuff. The Lord is about to disappoint the wicked in their craftiness, man, using their own craftiness against them, man. And
That's right.
to make them look stupid, essentially, and just
Yeah,
as
man.
they are.
So the end result being that you devils, you're gonna lose, and you're gonna lose in the absolute worst way because,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, you went from Shekels to being on top to being the richest nation in the world. All right, you're gonna go from that to shackles. You're gonna be putting slaves, getting your ass whooped every single day except for the Sabbath. All right,
Mm-hmm.
to ashes to where once your use has been fully used up, all right, you're gonna be put in that pit and burned, and there's gonna be no more Edomites on the earth, man. All right, that's the day that we long for, man. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, man.
That's right.
And you have the last of the Mohicans, the last samurai. Remember the day with the last Edomite, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to all those that tuned in and that will watch this video. Lord willing, you know, you was edified, man. So with that, we're gonna close this out by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem, Rakar Kodash.
Ba'ashem, Rechakodash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.